Boy, oh boy, do I have an exciting announcement for you. When we talk about who the worst Democrat in the Senate is, what's the answer virtually across the board? You talk to anybody who knows anything about politics, specifically Democratic politics, and what'll they tell you? Who will they say, yeah, that guy's the worst by far? Joe Manchin, West Virginia so-called Democrat. Well, Justice Democrats is absolutely honored and proud to bring to you his primary opponent, Paula Swearingen. So let me tell you a little bit about Paula. Paula is a West Virginia native. Her family worked in the coal mines for years. She saw her grandfather die of black lung and all of her uncles suffering with it. So nobody knows the pains of West Virginia more than Paula. She remembers her water running orange and purple and black when she was growing up. The water just being absolutely destroyed by the coal companies. So what's she about? Why is she running? Why is this so important to her? Well, it's personal in her case, and she really wants to make a change for the better. So she is all about a New Deal to create jobs. She wants to invest billions and billions into West Virginia. She wants to regulate coal companies to make West Virginia's water safe. That's not too much to ask for, guys, but apparently it's too much to ask of Joe Manchin, who sits around all day as he allows the coal companies, his donors, to pollute the water and poison the kids of West Virginia. So guess what? She's, of course, taking no corporate money and no PAC money, and she's going to push for Medicare for all. And I want to go ahead and show you a speech that she gave at a rally, and then also there's going to be a little clip attached at the end here of her confronting Joe Manchin directly. Watch this. This is incredible.
I was born in West Virginia, and I was born a coal miner's daughter, granddaughter. My stepdad was in the coal mines. My uncles were in the coal mines. And in West Virginia, you're taught to live, breathe, eat, literally coal. We are taught that coal defines us. So as a little girl, I was proud of my coal heritage. I was proud to be the coal miner's daughter. And as I got older and I watched the progression of what coal could do to my family, I wasn't so proud anymore. Because my grandfather spent 45 years in the coal mines, and I watched him suffocate to death. My father served in the military, and he was in Korea, and he was a coal miner. And he had cancer, and I watched him suffocate. My stepfather has heart disease, has had open heart surgery, and he gets up every morning and he suffers. But that was only the beginning of what I knew about suffering in Appalachia. Because the mountains was the most beautiful place in the world to me. That's my home. And I woke up one day to look around me, and they started blowing those mountains up. The places that I used to play when I was a little girl and I enjoyed, and the cleanest water in the world, now runs black and orange in West Virginia. People's houses are knocked off their foundation when the coal company moves in. Widows cry to go home at their death because they run people out of their communities. The same toxins that my family sacrificed for me and put them and subjected themselves to, now they're going to come in my neighborhood and my people's neighborhood and say, guess what? This belongs to your children too. You have to suffer with this water because we said so. Well, you know what? I'm not defined by coal. I'm a proud Appalachian woman, and we were there first. I'm not going to lay down and sacrifice my children to the coal gods. And Massachusetts shouldn't either. That coal-fired plant is fueled by the blood of my people, and is fueled by your blood. There's no reason, Governor Patrick, that I should give you my children to fire that plant. So I think today you should be fired up. Let's raise some hell, and let's take Massachusetts and Appalachia back.
I agree with you.
There's not a stream in the southern part of the state that has not been impacted by coal pollution. Our streams run orange and black. What do you say about wild and wonderful West Virginia? Some of the cleanest water in the world is gone. It's destroyed. Who's going to clean up the mess when coal's gone, Senator? What are you trying? What is that going to do?
Basically, you have AML, that's what we're using AML funds for.
And fracking is not acceptable either. We're tired of this aggravation. We want clean and safe jobs, and we want a future for our children. I'm tired of
And these people want a job too.
Yes, they do, and they deserve a job. They deserve a job. We all deserve jobs. You tell me.
We're going to agree to disagree.
Let me ask you, Senator. Wait, one second. One second.
Thank you for the question. Thank you for your question.
One question. What makes a coal miner more important than every child in West Virginia that has to deal with dirty water?
You know, we're told by the establishment and by corporatists, you don't touch Manchin, because if you touch Manchin, there's no way. Look, blue dogs are the way to go. Blue dogs are the only way to win, especially in a state like West Virginia. There's no way you can get somebody who's a real representative of the populist left. There's no way they'd win. That talking point, that belief is based on absolutely nothing. In fact, Bernie Sanders just recently did a town hall in West Virginia with Chris Hayes. Guess what? He had a room full of Trump voters thank him for being a fighter for the people. In fact, one of them even said, you know, it's crazy. You have a liberal senator from the Northeast who represents me and my people more than Mitch McConnell, who lives in coal country. The people aren't stupid. It's not like the people wake up in West Virginia and they go, you know, here we love corporatism and we love sellouts. And Joe Manchin is exactly that, but we'll support him over somebody who really wants to fight for the people. They don't think that. How condescending of corporate Democrats and of the establishment to look down their nose at the people and go, no, they love sellouts in West Virginia. They don't. They haven't been given the option of the populist left. Now we're giving them the option. So let me tell you a little bit more about her primary opponent, Joe Manchin. If for those of you who don't know all the details of Joe Manchin, he's, of course, for cutting corporate taxes. Wow, what a representative of the people of West Virginia. He wants to double down on the war on drugs. Right, because locking people up in a cage and throwing away the key when they have a personal addiction issue, that's probably the best way to handle it, don't you say, Joe? He voted yes on barring the EPA from regulating greenhouse gases. Let's stop and think about that. Here's a guy in West Virginia where you have the water polluted from the coal companies. He goes, yeah, the Environmental Protection Agency, not the biggest fan. I want to handcuff them as much as possible. So you want to let the people in your state be poisoned? Is that what you want? Well, how else am I supposed to interpret that? When you go in there, you represent the corporations, you represent the elite, you represent the coal companies, not the people, not the workers. Well, Paula Swearingen is here to represent the workers. He voted yes on extending the Patriot Act, because I know people in West Virginia love to be spied on by Big Brother, right? Right? I'm told you can't touch Manchin. Is that what people like? People like being spied on by Big Brother? No. My guess is that the people in West Virginia love their sovereignty, and they hate what Joe Manchin is doing. How about the fact that he supported banning gays in the military? Very forward-thinking, Joe. He's taken $295,000 from Big Pharma $290,000 from big oil, $207,000 from the securities and investment industry. Again, do the good people of West Virginia love the securities and investment industry? Are they big on Wall Street? Joe Manchin took $181,000 from commercial banks. He has sold you out. If you're a resident of West Virginia, you should be mad at Joe Manchin. He's everything you despise. He's also taken $2.8 million in PAC money. And Manchin, of course, has only opposed 3 of Trump's 16 cabinet picks. He supported, some of the people he supported include Jeff Sessions, you know, Mr. You're not a good person if you smoke marijuana, Mike Pompeo, who said Edward Snowden should be executed, Rex Tillerson, the CEO of ExxonMobil, is now the Secretary of State. The corporations have taken over the government, and he supported Supreme Court pick Neil Gorsuch, who represents the corporations and not the people. So yet again, I come back to my main point, to the good people of West Virginia. You now have an option. Populist left is on the ballot. You now have somebody who's going to take no corporate money, no PAC money, and she's going to represent the people of West Virginia. Because she is somebody from West Virginia. This is all personal to her. This is all everything to her. This is her whole life. Joe Manchin sold out a long, long time ago, and he's been doing nothing but representing corporate interests. And ask yourself this question if you're in West Virginia. How does everything feel to you right now? How are things going? Are things going well? They're not, right? So isn't it time for a change? And isn't it time to pick somebody in the populist left who you know is going to represent you? Again, Bernie Sanders has a 61% favorability rating. He's the most liked senator in the country. When he goes to red states, they thank him and talk about how great he is and how he fights for the people. So now you have a politician in his mold, going to fight for the people, going to fight for an infrastructure bill, going to fight for good jobs for the future in West Virginia, going to fight to raise wages, going to fight to give health care to everybody. Your option is crystal clear. By the way, I know everybody in my audience, certainly, I've seen the comments. The number one Democrat that they want primaried, and rightly so, was Joe Manchin. Well, here you go. Now Justice Democrats is doing it. We're proud to do it. And if you want to get involved and you want to help out, listen to me. Go to paulajean2018.com. paulajean2018.com and donate, because we're going to take down the establishment, and we're going to do it because of the content and the potency of our ideas. We're putting the people on the ballot now. Joe Manchin is the representative of the corporations. He's the senator for the corporations. Paula Swearingen is gonna be the senator for the people.